2-0 from yesterday. See if we can. Well, I mean, if you aim low, you've got to be hoping for a 3-2. But actually, I mean, I haven't played against. I don't think they were particularly real decks as such. One of them was a blue-red deck that used Urza and Sai to make infinite, not infinite, but loads of mana and loads of tokens, draw cards. And this one was, I think this was Trickery, just a guy who didn't know how to play Trickery. But I don't really remember. They scooped turn 2 in that game. Pretty sure it was Trickery. But it was like a fair version. I know, Valky maybe. I don't remember. The spreading seas made them scoop. Okay, well, it's kind of whatever. Right. One Yorion, please. Yeah, I think this is just about keep. It's pretty borderline. I can't cast both of these because I don't have a red and a black basic. So it's sort of like you probably go for a stomping ground here and then get island and then, well, actually you pick up the Trilon, don't you? Just because you should. Okay, so I'm not going to go for the Trilon. I'm going to get stomping ground and I'm going to shock myself. Which really isn't the easiest matchup in the world. Owner of the Sea is certainly less good here than elsewhere because you've got so by the way, we can just rule out Archive Trap right now. So then, you know, what do they have? Glimpse, maybe? But this has got to be a fairly steady hand that they've got, you know. No crabs, no Archive Trap, so it's kind of sweet. This is a hard matchup. I know we're on an 80 card deck, but they do have we just don't have a clock. But at least that didn't actually slow us down at all. Sorry, it didn't take any cards out of our deck, so it didn't speed up their mill plan. So what else could they have? You know, like if they have another one of those, for example, they might Omen of the Sea. They don't, so that's a good sign. And that's a good draw. I think best thing to do is just play land and say go. And then we'll just flash in an enchantment. It's very unlikely that this is ever good. We've got enough basics to not really worry about this getting blown up as well. Each opponent mills 8. Okay. That is annoying. I had to put exactly 8 in there. Okay, well, we have to play Omen of the Sea. I don't care about either of those. Let's bottom them. Let's draw a card. It's pretty tempting to fire off this. Oh, I can't cast it. Okay. Well, it's very likely a card I want to go fetch up anyway, so there's not a ton of options here. We could rally her. I'm not going to do that just yet, though. Yeah, Magazine looks pretty good, actually. Yeah, let's go for Magus. And then next turn we probably get rid of the Mesmeric Orb. So that seems like we're in a fairly decent spot. I don't know. Yeah, so that does actually... That is annoying. What I really want is to draw... I want them to mill the Phantasmal Image so I get some more value. But it's not happening just yet. I think now we go for Skyclave. Having said that, I could just go Owner the Forge, kill the crab. Or deal damage to the crab, I should say. Put this on here. I'm going to go white. And I'm going to sack this, grab Lewis. Play this, kill crab. And alright then, we're gonna lose a few cards to the Mesmeric Orb now. You've got to be pretty aware of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no. That's half my deck. 2 Skyclaves have gone, so I've got no Skyclaves left. Uh-oh. We're in a spot of bother. How can we... So we can... Abundant growth here. Oh, okay. So actually... We go Brain Maggot, have a look. Okay, take the Fatal Push. Play Skyclave. Take the Mesmeric Orb. Swing. And then sack Omen. Get Rallier. Get Phantasmal Image. Copy Rallier. So that's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 damage next turn. So we have it locked up next turn. So let's just play this and just name... Let's just name like the worst card we could think of. Archive Trap is up there. So he's Maddening. There's 2 Maddening's gone and 1 Archive Trap. So let's just go with Archive Trap. They can't cast the black ones, so let's just go with that. Visions of Beyond would have been a pretty reasonable one as well. Mesmeric Orb doesn't kill us. Close. I like Spell Pierce. I don't think anything else is particularly good here, unfortunately. I do like trying to... Oh, Veil of Summer obviously is good. I do like upping my card count in this post-board games, but we still have to cut the stuff that's actually a blank, which isn't too much stuff. I think Eidolon is, and I think the seals are pretty bad. But having said that, I could bring this in as well, whenever I cast a spell. It just count as Archive Trap later on. So it's probably not good enough. But you could just make an argument for just like, you know, just bringing in anything with a bit of power and toughness and just drawing extra cards. You just don't want to draw them too often, that's the issue. It's just extra cards in deck is sometimes a good thing. You know, what would I rather have? A Sphinx or a Plague Engineer? Probably Sphinx. I don't know actually. Making a crab small makes Omen of the Forge better and Seal of Fire. So let's just like, let's go to 83 cards. Let's just arbitrary random number. I was pretty tempted to bottom this Yorion, to be honest. It's not too often you get to run it out, so Cubs are one of the worst cards to face early. Okay, let's lean on Prismatic Fist and just pass. Well, the good thing is that that wasn't. Okay, well that's just bonkers. Just missed three cards. Oh wow, they've milled 3 Enigmatics already. This is kind of me getting a little tricky here, but I'm gonna search for basic. Ah, the basic island's gone. There's nothing tricky about what I've just done. We just lost. Yeah, I was wanting to spell pierce that by getting basic island, but I screwed up pretty badly. Pretty badly. And you know, they just have such a good clock because of this. So the odds of us being good here are slim. They need to keep missing lands. That'll help. I'm gonna get a basic forest. Play Spreading Seas on there. Play Abundant Growth on there. You could argue to play Oro or this line. Okay, right, well, I just like drew the way out of it, but okay. There's only one basic left. There it is. And they're hitting all our shocklands as well. I think I just need to kind of like stop the rot with these cards, so let's see one of them. Play this, say go. I can attack next turn and then play Crab. They picked up Lewis, that's fine. There's nothing in there that can... Does Lewis say permanent? Yeah. Okay, let's start with an attack anyway. And then let's play Oro. I don't think I have a blue source left, no. So we will go green black, I guess. It's kind of crazy how the lands have gone in this game. You just play on curve, just fire it off. So we swing with this. No blocks. And I think we just have to, let's just take out cards that I don't want to get surgical, basically. So that's basically cards that are in my hand for the most part. Yeah. But also, my last Enigmatic is still a good card, so let's take those out of the way. should probably crack his fetch, maybe? I don't know. Right, have fun. See you soon. Right. Oh, you're coming for a hug? Oh, that's nice. Make it. Bye. See you soon. Okay. So, don't know what the opponent's thinking about. Maybe it's surgical, but like they don't have too many one black cast spells. They have surgical and one other fatal push. They can't cast fatal push. Well, they can. They can kill a bird. To kill a bird, I'm gonna fetch play Teferi. Just tick it up. Come on, opponent. I guess whilst I'm paused, I should do my mana traders little bit. So discount code Davius underscore 5SX, 15% off. That's underscore 5SX. Use that code if you can. If you want a code, then I appreciate it if you can. And I should get into the habit of promoting myself, but I'm not very good at that. But you know, because I'm not here to make money out of streaming. I just wanna play some good Magic and hopefully you guys like it. You know, I just like when I'm playing Magic, I just enjoy streaming because I get to talk to people, or sometimes not to people, but just to myself. But it's I like talking about the deck, so that's why I stream. So the self promotion thing doesn't come naturally, but if you do click follow or subscribe, it does help a lot. It doesn't help a lot. It's just nice. It's just it's like it means that I'm doing something right, and I'm not streaming to a big audience, so they play me a little more to me than they do to the big guys. To be honest, it just means that I'm making something that someone somewhere likes. So thanks to everyone who has followed and liked and blah blah blah. But yeah, feel free to jump into the stream and just get chatting to me because that's what makes it a bit more interesting when I've got a bit of back and forth going on, people asking about the deck and the card choices. That all helps. What doesn't help is when the opponent's AFK. So let's just go through the list very quickly. This is fairly stock now. I think these 3 cards weren't in my last list, so this is fairly like stuff that I really like. Is that 77 cards? I've added Eidolon because the Trickery deck is fairly simple. People ask about Archon, and I just find that the 1 toughness is more relevant when you play against Storm and decks like that. But it's fairly close. The thing is, when you're playing against big mana, the Archon, I don't know how you meant to say that card, Archon of Emery. When you play this card, it's better when you naturally draw it and you cast it on turn 2. You know, if you cast this card on turn 2, it can really screw over a lot of decks. But as a tutor target, you never go get it against Tron or Amulet because you have Magus to the Moon. So it's not here to hurt those decks. And then what you're asking is, and obviously they both have the same first line of text. Each player can't cast more than once per turn, right? So they both have that text. So the question is what as a tutor target, 1 toughness is very relevant. As a casting card, the fact that this hurts lands is relevant, right? So what you're asking yourself is, do you want the 1 toughness to help against Storm when you tutor this card up, or do you want the non-basic text for when you naturally draw the card? And for me, I think I want the better tutor target because I'm an 80 card deck and I'm judging a 1-of. So generally speaking, I want I want that card to be the best it can be when I'm searching it up, not when I'm naturally drawing it. And that could be wrong, and I can see an argument for both. Um, but I've lost too many games where this has been bolted, and it feels really bad. Um, but having said that, if you naturally draw this in some matchups, you're gonna be a bit sad about it. But the flip side is, again, well, not even a flip side, but just like another point to add is that you bod this out. You play more sideboard games than you play main deck games. So if the card is good, I want it to be as good as it can be, which is the 4 toughness. Um, and when it's not good, I'm going to board it out. I play more sideboard games than I do main deck games. So you know, I just want this to be good when I need it to be. When I have it in games 2 and 3, it needs to be the best it can be. So that's why I run Eidolon. There's an argument for both. And this card, I've replaced my third Bop with one of these, and I replaced the Voice of Resurgence with another one, mostly for testing purposes. Early, early feelings about it, and they are early feelings because I am 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the 7th game, third match, so I'm very early in to judging the card, but I do like it so far. I have to say. I actually don't think I have any castable lands left. No. But I'm going to fetch Shock, mostly, mostly because the life total doesn't matter, but secondly because I didn't want to naturally draw that. That would be bad for the Misty. Obviously, none of that matters when you then draw the Windswept Teeth anyway, but I was just filtering a touch. But I'm shocking as well because of Mesmeric Orb. I didn't plan on casting Teferi, I was going to play Omen of the Sea, but actually I think this is better. Right, okay, so punished. But then I would have still played Omen of the Sea anyway. And that's not a problem in the slightest. Does it work out? I haven't much left in the deck, let's be honest. Lewis has gone. I think 2 values have gone, yeah. So my graveyard is now just dead. And that's a really bad draw. I have to attack. For 8. That's a great draw. Go on, block. So they've finally decided to block, and now I can name Crab with my Engineer and it'll kill it. And then I can Skyclave this, turn off a bunch of their interaction, tick that up a bit more, and hopefully they don't rip something that can mill 17 cards. There can't be too much stuff that can kill me. Yeah, so the Skyclave was pretty key there because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards. Well, I guess if I don't draw that, there's 3 less. So I'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things untapping, which puts me to 12, which makes it a lot more likely that they can rip something that can kill me. So Skyclave obviously helped. So yeah. I mean, I'm not 1-0, I'm 3-0, but so is this Grandu. Is also currently triple queuing in Modern Challenge and Kaldheim Draft. Great. I guess he won't be playing the draft. And maybe he's between matches. I hope in the challenge, so... Okay. I'm going to keep... just has lands and redraws. It's not a great hand. But it's passable. I assume wrongly probably. There's a really good argument for just playing Glasspool Mimic there. Really good argument for it because then turn 2 you just play Temple Garden plus Omen of the Sea or Spreading Seas. And then turn 3 you have your fetch land to trigger Rallier. So there's a really big argument for doing that. So I could The flip side is this way I get to keep my Glasspool Mimic and I play on curve, so um, I can play Omen of the Sea. Hopefully that finds me my third land. And if that's what happens, then I've gained a Glasspool Mimic basically in a roundabout way. I feel like this is gonna get countered. It doesn't, so let's hope we find the land. Otherwise, I'm punished for my line. And I did really want to fetch land, so I'm gonna bottom both. Kind of greeding a little bit, but it's not the end of the world. I don't really need this value to fetch me a land if I don't, in this exact spot. Let's spread his seas a land. Excuse me. Right, and let's play a Breeding Pool tapped. It's very hard to know what my opponent's doing. I see this start quite a lot, but often followed by like Valky or something. Yeah, so it's a Valky deck. Exile top card of each player's library. You may play cards exiled with Cosmos. Okay, you could play a bop, but he chose not to. What a psycho. Um, I think I have to play Deputy. It's strange that they're running this. Is it because they're playing Bring to Light and Violent Outburst? I think it might be. That would be my gut instinct here, because that's a card that's a complete miss on the Cascade side, but you could probably fuse it with Bring to Light. I think. I don't know. So they want another Valky. Also, Supreme Verdict's the kind of card you run in a Bring to Light deck for sure. Exile target artifact creature. So they're going to play my Forest. Can they do that? Can they play cards? So they play their land. Might as well play the bop. Yeah. Right. So the only problem here is we actually give them. Oh, that's not a bad draw. Yeah, the problem here is that I actually give them a Valky back, not a Tybalt. So that's bad. But it's not as bad as Tybalt being in play. Ah, no. I've let them eat my Magus of the Moon, which I really wanted to play. Whoops. Played this pretty poor. I really need to, obviously I'm new to playing against Valky because everyone is. Yeah, get that punt count in. I should have played Magus first. There's no reason not to. But anyway, it's not the end of the world, is it? This isn't actually doing a great deal now that it's removed my Magus. They could play another Valky anyway, so I guess they would have had a free Valky to go at. They have all sorts of cards I care about. All sorts of cards. Like if they have a Wrath, then they get to Deputy again. Right, so they took my land. Scumbags. I love that. Just sit here quietly and just wait for me to say I've punted and then go, Front! Cheap shot there. Cheap shot. Right, attack with your 2-1. Because you're playing a Wrath of God. Oh no, because it's a 4-3. Okay, well attack with your 4-3 and I'll trade it with a 3-2. That's fine. I still think there's a Wrath coming. Oh, I get that back. Oh, cool. Oh, okay. Yes, you are. Yeah, that's why you'd think I'd learn from my mistakes, but I make the same mistakes on an almost daily basis. The only days I don't make the mistakes is the days I don't log into Magic Online. Bring to light. No, just a hard cast Valky. Oh, gross. Yeah, well, that's a thing, I guess. And the fact I've given him a birds and a forest has meant that my Magasimini is actually pretty bad. Just lands, that's fine. I've played a land this turn. I just need to kill this again somehow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which isn't going to be easy. Let's be honest. It's not going to be easy at all. I don't think I'll play Magus of the Moon. I could Glasspull Mimic the Deputy. That's an option. So let's lead on this. And I probably need to get... Ooh, that's nice. Oh, I want to drop both of those. I'm gonna... Yeah, I'm gonna fetch shock. 1, 2, 3. Cast Glasspull Mimic. Copy Deputy. Eat this. Play Meddling Mage. Name Supreme Verdict, because we've seen that card and it's a problem. Swing for 3. Now we've eaten 1, 2, 3 Valkyries, so they can't. There's only one left. An argument for naming Valky just because they have so much access to it, but then they could cast the Tybalt half. So yeah. And next turn we get to Fairy, which turns off the Cascade, and then Enigmatic. And probably just sack this for a Phantasmal Image, copy this. I don't know. I don't even know what I would name Brazen Borrower. What's the other half of Brazen Borrower? That's... Oh, God. Oh, that is real bad news. I get double Valky. But one of them will die to Legend Rule. Okay. Okay. Does that... Okay, right. Assumingly they're going to take the Meddling Mage. Yeah, I think so. We've got rid of 3. I still need to get rid of the 4th one. Somehow. I guess I can Teferi uptick. Is that right? Teferi uptick. And then Enigmatic. Eat the Omen of the Sea. Get a Skyclave, eat this. You could actually just sack this now. The mana's pretty perfect. I think it's Skyclave. It's kind of tempting just to Well, no, it's not. Let's Skyclave it. Let's just eat it. That's 3 of them gone, and they can't cascade into another. So I need to get Meddling Mage down and name Tybalt. and that'll do the job. God. A lot of screens going on. Don't just have it. They just have the. They just naturally draw on the other one, I think. I don't think I can get. I don't think I'll get rid of that. Oh. So wait a sec. I can get rid of it. Well, now they have a skyclave that can eat this next turn. How can I get rid of it? I need Omen of the Sea. Sorry, Omen of the Forge. I might go scrying. Okay. Man, that's kind of been a rough turn. God. Do I have to play Meddling Mage and name Skyclave? I think I might have to do that. Let's lead with Abundant Growth on there. And I guess that could go on there and go white. So we go blue-white. Meddling Mage, name Skyclave up. And then we go sacrifice Omen of the Sea, get Rallier. I should have got Spell Skite, should I? Exile target artifact creature, each exile top card of each player's library. Okay. I think it's just Rallier. Do you know what? Rallier, Charming Prince. This is good. I'm pretty sure this is good. Although I don't have a revolt trigger right now. So maybe it's not good. I don't know at all what I'm doing. Let's move that. I sort of want them to kill something. They get a land and a land. Okay. So take my land. Is that the first time I would have wanted to be able to shoot Omen of the Forge? No, I know. Goblin Crater Maker's like close to Omen of the Forge, but I just doesn't work here exactly. But it's not far off. Yuck. Kill my creature, please. Kill my Meddling Mage. But not my Meddling Mage. I think, I have messed up, haven't I? I should have had Omen of the Sea in play now. I don't have one. Which does make things slightly more difficult. I get my value back with his own revolt trigger. But I can still send everything over here. But then they get to block this, so that means they get a Skyclave next turn. But then, because we're full of tricks, we can Renegade Rallier. Oh! Ninja Spirit Guide. So that's the last Tybalt gone. So we can Phantasmal Image, copy Rallier. My land. You can't play anything, so yeah. Get back Meddling Mage, name Skyclave. play Scoos. Okay. Yeah, they had no more win cons, and I had like 10 power on board. I guess it's just spells that we want, and dreadful. I don't know. Lavinia's sweet. Um, Reflector Mage is also okay. I don't think Finks is good. I don't think OO is necessarily where we want to be. Same with Scam Engineers. Yeah, it's true. We certainly did get through 4 Tybalts and play badly. That is an ugly truth, that is. I actually don't really want to cut anything, so I guess the Seal of Fires, but they're kind of good. Oh, this is kind of rough. You kind of have to keep some amount of removal in for Valky, but I guess Reflector Mage is the worst of the lot. Yeah, Deputy's specifically good against 7 mana Planeswalkers and Wormcoil engines and Primeval Titans, and that's and Field of the Dead tokens. But outside of those sort of like silly decks that are putting big permanents into play, it's not usually as good as Reflector Mage or Skyclave. I say usually because it's certainly conditional. Is Veil of Summer just not good enough? Or Spell Pierce? Spell Pierce feels like a bit of a shoe-in. Draw a card in front as cast a blue or black spell this turn. Help me, what do I do? Cut one of them. That'll do. Actually, Plague Engineer for whatever creature type Valky is kind of good. Echo's tried next game. Yeah, but only just. Go get Hollowed Fountain and Spreading Sea something. It's fine-ish. It's not brilliant. Yeah, I was thinking more of just tagging. Oh no, it doesn't work against Valky hardcast. I should have probably just brought in Plague Engineer to kill Valky when they cast it. In multi 5s, that's a good sign. Mulligan to 5 means I might be able to just like tag something that I have no right in tagging with the Spreading Seas. Is it cold out there, Jensen? Right, so there goes Skyclave. Which kind of sucks. We'll turn off the Zagoth. It's pretty decent for them, though. Argument for holding up Spell Pierce, but I think I'd rather try and get to Fairy Mana, which we don't have right now. The next turn we could shock this in, play this, go fetch an island, hold up Spell Pierce. So this only adds blue-white, so they have Ardent. Ah, good. A beatable card, that's good. We could... Yeah. How's Bat been? Which one's the Bat? Spell Pierce is dead here. Path. Yeah, good, I think. It's only a 4th match, but it's a little more consistent than Bird of Paradise. And I dropped 1 bird for it, which has been fine. This was a misplay holding up here. Path has been good. It's like I say, more consistent than birds, but less explosive. But also, I've never activated it, but just sacking it to Enigmatic is pretty decent, honestly. So like, yeah, it's been definitely all right. Um, yeah, right. And Path is kind of medium on turn 2, good on turn 17, and all right somewhere in the middle. It's a pretty consistent card. I don't know what to do. I think I try and just jam this. I don't have the option of holding up Spell Pierce, so I'm doing this. I'm sacking Path if I get to, but they obviously have some sort of interaction. Right. Oh, okay. Right. Oh, they've gone back outside. Interesting. um, real life just real life surprises. So anyway, they're starting to clock me a little bit, and obviously the Spreading Seas did nothing. We're certainly on the back foot now, but potentially, right. It's a better play than it looks, to be honest. If I was to rip a land there, I might have been able to go Skyclave, eat that, Skyclave, eat that, and we'd have been very much in the driving seat. And we did draw the land that we needed as well, so it's even more so a good play. I think what I'm going to do though is Skyclave the Teferi. This is tough. This is tough. Skyclave the Teferi so I can block this. I can block this. I can hold up Spell Pierce. They're obviously going to flash this in. But I think this gives me better options next turn. I'm not so sure. Argument for just fetching basic forest is spreading seizing this, but I think this card is kind of run its course now. It's kind of a blank. To the point where I'd like happily sack that for Magus of the Moon. So I don't think that's particularly key. I can't spell pierce that, and obviously they're just trying to beat us down now. My plan is, what is my plan? I'll block Valky. So I won't block Valky. My plan is to try and draw land. We'll make this good. Spirit Guide. Yep, extra power on the board. Don't filter. Right. Okay. I'm obviously keen to try and resolve the Teferi to get rid of this, but it's not on the cards this turn, so we just have to play a little more conservatively, I guess. We're not getting Magus of the Moon, so let's go with that. Let's sack Spreading Seas. Come on. Sweet. And now we sack Spreading Seas, we get Skyclave, we eat the Brazen Borer, and next turn we should have it locked up because it's Fairy. Or do we just chin the damage and just play Magus? Like, block there, take 5, go to 2, and just have them not being able to cast spells. Green, blue, white, red. Don't have black mana for this now. I might just trade Essential. Let's just block Valky Take 5. Right, I forgot to get a token. Ah, come on. Ah, I was too aggressive. Um, that was a win that we just threw away for the most part. I shouldn't have lost that game. All I have to do is Skyclave the Brazen Borer, and then I can block Spirit Guide. But I didn't really see them being able to burn me out, to be honest. I just didn't think of Stomp as being a card. But yeah, 2 Skyclaves could just block 2 a Valky and a Valky and a Spirit Guide that give them a couple of 3/3s, but then we have its fairy that can bounce one of them. Or we could just go off with the Path to the World Tree. I overthought that by quite some margin. I screwed it up pretty bad. Yeah, that felt bad. If we lose this game now, I'll be really annoyed. That's not a keep. This is, but it's not great. I do like having these, all 3 of these. So I just took the Uro. I really just have to draw. I think I have to be aggressive and go for a fetch land here, a shock land. But I really just want to draw a second land on turn 2, and I'll probably win the game. But we don't. So I suppose it sees that. God damn it. If they have Stomp, they probably... Well, let's just see. Let's just see. If they kill the bird, I'm just going to be on like full tilt mode. I'm going to try and path it now. He's shocked for a reason. Honestly, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if they did. Though, I do really want to get this resolved. I guess he's in his modern challenge now, so I'm gonna have to sit and wait. That's definitely what's happening. I'm so annoyed I lost that last game because we would have been 4-0 now. I just Skyclave the Brazen Borer. Right, well. Let's make it look like I have interaction. Let's just pass. They saw Spell Pierce last game. So, holding up Omen of the Sea and looking like we have blue, it might just make them think twice about flying out an Ardent Plea, for example. I need to think, what does Shockland Pass mean? Does it mean they have Spirit Guide plus Force of Negation in hand, for example? Oh, I'm getting a phone call. 1 second, folks. Okay, well that was quite funny. My partner just went out to clean the car and like the inside of the car and got stuck. So there's child lock, and she was stuck on the back seats with the child lock. But she'd locked our front door, so I had to go around the back. Oh, pretty funny. Brazen borer, that's what they're faking. That'd be annoying. I don't want them to bounce this because it means that I can't fake spell pierce anymore. They're going spirit guide. No, they cancelled. Change their mind. So I think they have violent outburst, almost definitely, and they just thought that this could add green or red, green. So they have spirit guide and outburst. And I'm actually going to write that down. Simian outburst, just very obviously what they have. But I am on tilt because I'm definitely going to lose this. I'm almost definitely going to lose this game. You can't afford to miss lands for this long against a deck that's so aggressive, like explosive, like theirs is. They kept 7, like I'm almost definitely going to lose this game. And the thing that's tilting about it is not the fact that I'm going to lose this game, it's the fact that I lost the one before. So we should be 4-0. But live and learn, I suppose. Oh, my opponent. I hate your cures. It's half a chance. Floating blue makes them class the Valky half. No. They didn't fall for it. Fair enough. I get even more tilted by slow play. Doesn't this exile? No. Just get their own bird if they want it. I mean, we have a sequence of draws that can win us this game still. Mostly involves this finding, like, land Omen of the Forge would be really good, because you can abundant growth the land and then you can Omen of the Forge this and, get rid of 1. It's good to get rid of that one that's on 2 while we can, and with an easier spell so that the deputy's freed up for the one after. That's the ideal scenario. They're going to cast the bird. I'm going to cast Omen of the Forge. Land is good. Although it's not good. Pretty tempted to fairy back the bird, to be honest. I want to fairy in play. That's just going to uptick. And all of their good cards are stopped by Teferi, for the most part. And we're going to have to make this as uncomfortable as possible for them, just because they're slow now, all of a sudden. Okay, we're slowly getting back in it. Still just want to draw lands, just all game, just want to draw lands. If I draw lands for the next 5 turns, it wouldn't be too bad. Next turn we would play Deputy plus Bop, and then, go from there. Okay, has to be something I can do that's productive with my time while this is going on. Spreading Seas, Valky. Spreading Seas is annoying for me. Valky is also really annoying. Stomp is also annoying. Valkyrie tagging Deputy is a problem. Because that current hand just can't beat Tybalt. And they really could just have a removal spell for that, and it gives them a new Tybalt, so it's not a good spot. So desperately need to draw land. Everything's a 3-drop. It's kind of a nightmare. High risk play is Abundant Growth plus Hope to rip a land. Let's give it a go. So risky. Got what we deserved, I guess. This isn't even a good play. They can spell and seize this if they want. Actually, I should have put this Utopia Sprawl on here. Supreme Verdict, Spreading Seas. It could really hamper us by just going double Spreading Seas. I should have put that on there for definite. It doesn't really matter. It's not change the outcome. Anyhow, I'm going to hope I don't have Force of Negation and slam this at Enigmatic. And then I'm going to eat Spreading Seas and go get something. But I don't know what. Yeah. Eat the Spreading Seas. Oh, I can't. Okay, well let's work out what we actually want to do. I could go get Spell Sky. Doesn't really do much. I could go get Meddling Mage. I could just rally her back. I could rally her back Utopia Sprawl, which isn't horrible. That frees up green mana, which I think they have Violent Outburst, so let's do that. Let's go get Rallier. Maybe I should have just got a land. I guess they don't have more Spreading Seas without ticking up. I've left this Tybalt in play a little too long. Land Force Negation. Cascades. Okay. Well, look, if they Verdict here and just play a land, I don't think that's too bad. Yeah, I think this is okay. I'm going to slam to Fairy. Again, hope I draw a land, and then slam Deputy and eat this Tybalt. Because otherwise they get everything, don't they? That's the problem. That is a big, big problem. They get my every graveyard. Sugar. have to do that. Okay. I mean, they were miles ahead, but I guess he just wanted to concentrate on their other deck, other match, maybe. Um, what would I do there? Probably sack this for Valia again, or maybe I just sack this for meddling mage named Valky. Um, I, we should have won game two. We lost. We should have lost game three. Evens out. We won. We won. Let's try and spike this last one. Give me 2 seconds, guys. It was very strange. It's just this just shouldn't be something that was happening. We should have won game two, but game three he was just clearly playing his other matches, which has benefited us. But if that had ulted, they get to play every card exiled. So Teferi, Spreading Siege, Rallia, Birds, Supreme Verdict, Violent Outbursts. So we'd just be absolutely buried in cards. You what? What did you say? Oh, your hands are cold. Do you want to see people? Oh, do you want to see yourself? Don't put... No, get off my headset. No, there's no one talking. It's just Daddy talking. You can't... Look, there's no one there. It's only me and you. Wave. Say hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Goodbye. Don't eat the mic. Say hello.
Hiya.
Say how are you?
Hiya.
Don't need to put it in your mouth though. You just do it near. Look, Daddy's got it a bit away.
Hi, everyone.
Goodbye. Well done. Right, should we try and win a game?
Yeah.
Yeah. Defeated by cuteness. Oh, and oh, you got a jam sandwich. Jam. God jam it. This isn't good. Hmm? Oh, he's got a fruit pouch. Nice. Right. This hand's good. Can this be right? Took Enigmatic. Oinkmage is a guy I see about a lot. So what does he normally play? Well, standard apparently. Sultai Uro. I think against an Uro deck I could tuck this. Kind of feels wrong. But when you haven't got any 2-drop enchantments, the chains are a little harder. And we obviously want that and that. Just to have something relevant early. So you have to have that and that. You have to keep these. You have to keep one of them. So it was between Abundant Growth and Enigmatic, and I can see an argument for any. The only reason you keep the Enigmatic is if you're scared of Thoughtseize. But I don't think I am. I think I'm good against Thoughtseize anyway. Let's lead on making some blue mana. Seems good. And then I think I'll just Abundant Growth this, play this. Yep. Okay. I thought Magus is owner of the Forge. But oh yeah, I guess Magus is good. Alright, that's okay-ish. I'd be pretty happy with them tapping out for Uro. Because they haven't, I think I will Spreading Seas the green-white land. Probably should have played this out first. Arguable. I'm gonna shock. I'm gonna be playing Omen of the Forge. Probably. If they Omnath, I try and resolve Enigmatic. I only lose to Force Negation that way. Okay, that's annoying. I just need them not to have Force. I think I have to take the risk. The fact that they F6 past that kind of suggests as well. But I just have to hope they don't have it. If they don't, I sack Omen, I get Valia, bring back Omen, kill Jace. Cute. And now we're ahead to like all of their cards. Yeah, we're in a good spot. White. Big Teferi down tick, be slightly annoying. Right, our promise means I think I want a basic plains, basic forest. And a Magus of the Moon, probably. Yes, Spreading Seas, definitely. What am I meant to do though? Green, white, blue. I'm going to reflect a major token just because I can. A bit sloppy, but we're doing it. Basic Island, play it. I'll attack. Let it trade off. Magus. I do not want to become famous. No. Too busy. Too busy to be famous. Ah. Lame. So what am I short of? I'm short of black mana. That sucked. I put Owl on top. God. So now if they have Opt. Oh, they did that on Draw Step? Oh, gross. So now they're going to have a ton of zombies. And all I can really do is sack Omen the Forge for Valia to get Spreading Seas and stop one of them, but at that point they're going to have all these zombies. They haven't played a land yet either, so I have all these zombies. That's dreadful. It looks like it might be. Now I think we want to turn off this like endless stream of things as quick as we can. So Deputy is like what we do once we have Spreading Seas locked up. Flicker. There's no more basics, so I need to flicker that. So bounce one token, kill another token. We will sack Omen of the Forge, get Valiant, get Spreading Seas, turn off half of their zombies, or zombie makers, and that's the other half. So that's us sort of back on track a little bit back on track. I mean, obviously, they can make another like 3 zombies, but we can block 3 of them, and we can Spreading Seas the other thing. Yeah, you know, like this isn't bad. You know, we just take 2. I can get Lewis. So what's really good here is I can. Oh, they got Mystic Sanctuary. That's the annoying one. If they've had Mystic Sanctuary left in their deck, they would have got it before the Hour of Promise, I think. So I think this is Omnath, red, blue, white. I know, Evo. I mean, they're giving me choices. I can Spreading Seas. Right. I think I'm sacking that for Scavenging Ooze, and then I'm going to use a green mana to eat this. So that leaves me 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's Spreading Seas. A red land. Just draw a card. Honestly, I think I just attack. Then in 6. And then go get my Scavenging Ooze. Eat a row, and I can. Let's eat a Rallier just to get this out of bolt range for now. And again, they have 4 zombies. We have 2 good blockers, so we can only take 4 here, puts it to 8. So again, I think we're okay. I could sack a Spreading Seas, go get Lewis, get back home another Forge. I'd like to just get an Abundant Growth going so I get black mana. Skyclave, I'll get rid of that. Very likely to have land. They had a Ren in 6 for a turn. So they did play the land that they fetched, so maybe they don't have one. But yeah, Skyclave's going to eat that. And like I said, I don't think they have any more Mystic Sanctuaries. If they had, they would have been using them. And what would they do with removal here? Would they fire it off so they could attack? Or not? We were pretty close to just being able to turn the corner and start attacking ourselves. This Skyclave eats the Omnath and then just start bombing in. So they have the Scalding Tarn. I think they were just checking whether they had any more lands. So they obviously do. That does mean... it does mean I'm a little bit off attacking. Because now... it's just the one card. That's the one card. So, do they have a bunch of counter spells? Um, okay, sending them all at Teferi, it's a risk, but one that we have to take, I think. Yeah, that's a fine double block. That's okay. That's that's also okay, and we to get that down. Yeah. So I just sacrifice this spreading seas. Get this Lewis. Cast Omen of the Forge. Yeah, they have mana leak. Okay. Well, that's not the worst thing that's ever happened. I mean, it's not great. We were out of values, so we couldn't value it back. But Omen of the Forge is fine. And at least they're not tucking Yorions and Enigmatics, which are like pretty key to this stage of the game. And we get to, if this Lewis is still in play, Omen of the Forge I run 2, but Enigmatic only searches creatures, not enchantments, so we couldn't go find it. We just have to use this one that's in the bin, which I realise that might not be the biggest looking part of my screen. Right, well, I'll take 4 for definite. If they have triple bolt, they don't even have 3 red lands, so. The 2 values are dead, so one is dead and one I ate with the scoos. I think they have to bounce this. I don't know. Okay. So they're making zombies. What land did they play? Misty. You keep making zombies, mate. That's fine. Okay. It's still okay. They've got an Euro. So our play next turn is Omen of the Forge kill Teferi. Attack, kill the other Teferi. Spreading Seas the Field of the Dead. Hope we're good. This one. Let's lead on Brain Maggot. Check what they got going on. Let's put that back down. Don't need that this turn now. Double Force of Negation. Growth Spiral. Okay. Awkward. I'll take the Growth Spiral. Fairly tempted. I mean, I'm going to go kill this Teferi. But I have... It's a pretty good argument just for playing Kitchen Finks out. They have no lands left, so... They can't counter it with their 2 force negations. And then I can just... I'm going to sack... I think Abundant Growth, which I've been waiting for forever, but let's sack it. We could get Meddling Mage. There's no values left, mate. They're both gone. You can make a pretty good argument that I should have... yeah, I'm thinking of Blinking Yorion, honestly. It doesn't come back to my end step, but yeah, there's a pretty good argument for Phantasmal Imaging the Skyclave and eating this. And there's a pretty good argument for Meddling Mage name Force Negation so that I can cast these spells. Right, let's copy Skyclave. Let's do this. So far ahead on board. Yeah, they've given up. So we can, you know, next turn we could play Spreading Seas that can force it, we could play Spreading Seas that can force it, and then we could play Spreading Seas and that'd stick. I don't know, we've only got 1 blue. Play Abundant Growth, draw a card. I don't know. We seemed okay there, didn't we? I think this is one of those matchups where you just don't really want to sideboard too much at all. I don't like Eidolon. I don't think anything else is particularly bad. I could trim a Seal of Fire. I think this is kind of okay. Yeah. Yeah. Like, you can make an argument for Spell Pierce, but it tails off pretty badly in the late game. So let's just not. Let's just assume our game 1 plan is good in game 2. They'll add something like 8th August, and that's about it. I hate these hands because they're probably keeps, but you lose a lot of games with 1-landers. A lot of games. I don't know. Against what they're doing, I think this is pretty reasonable. Please just go white. We're in a bad spot here, you know. They have Grave Spiral with a head. Oh, did they mulligan? They mulled to 5, that's good for us. Maybe I should have mulliganed a little more aggressively. Probably not even a maybe, it's probably definitely should. Hello? Oh, Ashiok is hellishly good here. God, I haven't faced that card in a long time. It's a good job we have Skyclaves. Right. Okay. So desperately need a land. Need a land. We need 2. We need 3. We're just desperate. But this is what I said. Like, we were just taking a risk by keeping a 1-lander with 2 ramp spells, but I should know better. Running 6 would be gross. I haven't played it for whatever reason. So the reason is they don't have it. Yeah, I'm gonna pass. I don't need to run into counter magic here, so I'm gonna pass. I should have picked up Yo-Yo. That was silly. They get to potentially OO. Wow, they didn't kill the birds. That feels like a mistake to me. Let's play this, let's ping that, then try and attack it. This might force them to try and burn a counter spell. And we'll use Veil of Summer, and then, like, they might fight over that. So now I kind of feel like with their one card in hand, I just have to slam this Enigmatic and hope for the best. I would have liked to land. Yeah, Veil's disgusting. We go. I think we're behind if they have the counterspell left over and they just played really well. They played really well. They traded their Ren and 6 for the potential that we had Enigmatic there. God, kids going mental in the background. I guess I'm being punished by the OO, but I have answers to that. They can't beat it, true, but I just felt if they had the counter spell, they would have probably used it. But the fact that they fetched kind of gave away that they might do. Wow, they've drawn really well. We drew the land anyway, so that's an even worse I feel bad, because if we'd have waited a turn, we'd have been good. Can't really block because it trades 2/2 to a 3/3, but yeah, I think you're right. I think we should just wait. More things that I'm not good against. So take 2. Play Deputy. I think I play Valia and Deputy. We have a basic planes left, but I probably don't want to get the basic planes, to be honest. We want to fetch and shock because they have paths that we know about. Cool. Eat this. Swing for 4. Blown out by a bolt there, actually. It might have been a bit rash to attack, but I don't know if we can just not attack for the rest of the game. It's Fairy Bounce Deputy. Seems kind of good. And potentially capable of grinding them out without Enigmatic. Though it is a lot harder, obviously. So, I don't know. Don't know what they're watching in the background, but it sounds exciting. Yeah, so this is awkward because I don't really have good attacks. Like, I don't want to trade a Skyclave. So I think yeah, Yeah, I really don't want to trade a Skyclave with this zombie, so I think I just attack with Devalia. It'll die, um, and then probably just play Scavengers. But at least we get the 2/2 off the board, and then it gives us good attacks later. And I didn't pick up Yo-Yo because it kind of telegraphs what we're planning on doing. So I can pick it up and cast it all in one turn next turn. If this is the board state. The fact that they have 3 cards is a bit worrying. But they have so many lands in their deck, I think whenever they have 3 cards, it's fairly safe to assume that at least one of them's a land. You know, they had... Okay, so this is... What are they... Okay. So they're just drawing cards like crazy. So that just drew them 2. But they had Omnath last turn. They didn't crack their fetch for 4 mana, so they had nothing to play last turn. Or nothing good to play. So I kind of feel like the situation's the same now. This is just like, if they want to use Mystic Sanctuary, they could. Alright. This is kind of cool. I think we try and bait out the counterspell first. I'm only going to attack with the Scoos. I don't want to... I can still get blown out by this, but not as bad. Right, okay. And I think... I'll just pick up Yorion. Yeah. So right, so things that I think they could have. Force Negation, more Teferis, more Omnaths, lands. What I don't think they have is removal. Yes. Got it. This felt good. I punted all the way through the 4th and 5th match. So that is good. That is a good old 5-0. And I don't think Mod's got one this week, so that gives us another one posted to the list. I'm not even playing that many matches these days. Changes to list I would make 0. I like this list. This has been okay for definite. Actually, I tell a lie. I will make one change, and it's almost definitely gonna bite me because I'm not particularly great at mana bases, but I'm gonna swap my mountain for Sacred Foundry. The other way around. These give put pressure on you to have more basics, and you saw in those games how much I fetch basics. So you're fetching basics to look after your life total, and then you draw Path to the World Tree, and you're like, oh. Yeah, cheers. That was better. I don't know what happened in that 4th match. That was weird, but we should have won it anyway. So I don't feel like we benefited too much. I mean, obviously we did benefit from the duo queuing, but we should have won that if we just played a little better. And then that 5th match, strange, really. I thought we were behind. I mean, we had things on the board, but they had so many. Like I say, I was working out what they had. Right, they had 4 cards. There's a real good chance that they had lands, and maybe more Teferis and more Omnaths and Force Negations, but they didn't play Mana Leak, they didn't play Aethergus, they didn't play Ren and 6, they didn't play removal. Because you attack with this, they path this, make a 3/3 block. So if they have removal, they use it. So they had nothing, right? Or they can just remove the Deputy, get an Omnath trigger. whatever. So their hand was mostly garbage, but we didn't have pressure. You know, we were wary about attacking with any of this stuff. And the only reason I only attacked with that and not the others was because if they did have a removal spell, I didn't want to lose both Skyclaves. I only really wanted to lose the Deputy for this and the Scavenging Ooze. Whereas if I had attacked with everything, they might be able to go, I'll path Deputy, I'll block Skyclave, I'll make a 3/3, and it sort of spirals pretty badly. You lose 3 things instead of 2. You give them a creature that you then have to deal with. So but that's maybe wrong. But they had 22 life from 4 cards in hand, so they had time to get out of that. But my Yorion, Image, and Lewis would have been pretty good for the rest of the game. So it was nice. Nice little 5-0. And realistically, we punted that game, and so realistically we could have gone and only dropped 1 game in the entire match. Entire 5 matches. Okay, yeah, and yeah, I don't remember exactly how they won, but I don't think there was a huge misplay in there. Anyway, pretty happy with that. I'm going to stop the stream there. But deck is pretty good. It is pretty good. I still don't know. Yeah, it's just felt really solid and consistent. There's always cards that you're like, oh, I don't know if that's performing or not, but yeah, I'm losing count of how many 5-0s I've had with this now. It's a few. It's a few. Hopefully, my aim is just to grind ticks to be able to play it, actually own the whole deck online, which should be sweet. And the other thing is as well, if they do go for a massive spout of bans in Modern, I think the deck can cope. The only cards that I can see getting banned Uro and a massive push to Fairy. I really don't see it happening myself, so that's Fairy anyway. The Uro definitely could, but it's a one-of that I don't think I escaped it in 5 matches, so maybe once. But it's just so situational that you need that card. I could easily swap that for a Growth Spiral and barely notice the difference. This card I'm not sure on still. It was solid enough. I didn't activate it, so when you're not activating it, I question whether it's any better than Fertile Ground. My gut instinct is that it's not better than Fertile Ground, and that card doesn't make the cut. So that's my opinion of it. I might do that next time. I don't know. I'm going to leave it in here just to keep testing, but I don't know. One path, one bird might be better. Let's try that. Loving it. Deck's great. Life's good. Winning Magic. Always a joy. Anyway, I'm going to stop there, guys. Thanks for watching and saying hi. Click follow, subscribe, whatever you want to support. Would appreciate it. Devious Winners discount code above for Mana Traders. So that's my spiel done. Like I say, guys, appreciate you watching and get on the deck. It's good, and I'll see you soon. All right, bye.